Alright, for the next demo I want to show is one called puzzle pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an image and we're going to create a puzzle out of it. Right? So let me go ahead and run this and I'll talk about it a little bit. Okay, so right away we see we have this one image and we're going to create a puzzle out of it. We're going to divide it up into all these pieces, randomly distribute them as we see, right? And then we're going to be tasked with putting the puzzle back together. So I can see if I drop a piece in the right place, it gets put in the right place. I can't move it again. So that's nice. And we'll see that actually each of these shapes is made up of, let's see where that goes, of basically a very similar idea, right? So we have a rectangle, and it's either got a tab cut out on the left, it's got a bottom tab, a right tab, or it may have a tab cut out on the top, right? So the way these are created is actually using some shape subtraction. So we'll see how that works. Let's look at the code and see how that works. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to open the Jigsaw main first. So this is our main file. And what this does is actually just loops through, right? So we load our image, our puzzle picture image, and we set a number of columns and rows by figuring out the width of our image. And then we're going to create some pieces. So we go through this for loop and we create all our pieces. And we insert this jigsaw piece that we're creating into the pieces array. So let's look at how this jigsaw piece works. So my jigsaw piece will actually have is the main work is done down in this init function. So this creates a piece called jigsaw piece and then creates a jigsaw piece clip. Right? So what we actually do is we use the same image, just one image, and we create all these different image views. Right? And so each image view is just showing a piece of the image. And that's what we have this clipping for. So we're actually clipping the image with the puzzle piece. So if I scroll down here, we see each of these pieces is a group, and the group has some content, and that content is an image view that's clipped by the jigsaw piece clip. So to give you an idea of what each of these pieces actually looks like, that's the puzzle picture. What I want to show you is the diagram here. So this is our puzzle pieces. So we can either have our piece here, right, where we add these shapes and then subtract the circles, or we can have these where we add these shapes and subtract the circles here, and we add the circles here, subtract the red in these top and left cases. And so we can see how we can build these puzzle pieces that way. So if I come back here and look at my piece, I see this create piece function actually does this shape subtraction. So what this does is it takes all the union basically of all the shapes in this A section. So we have a rectangle, and if it's a right tab, we'll add these, or and add these and subtract these circles, right? Otherwise nothing. If it's a bottom tab, we'll do this. So we see how we're using these shape subtractions to build these puzzle pieces. So it's pretty cool. And the other cool thing is, again, we're only using one image to display, and we display the pieces using this clipping. So let me run puzzle pieces again, just so you guys can see it again. So we saw here, before this shuffles all around, is that we can see, if you look at it, how it equates to this diagram, right? So we see this puzzle piece is missing this circle here, missing this square, and then we add these two circles on to build it, right? So it's a pretty cool kind of thing you can do with JavaFX. So these shape subtractions, you can create different shapes using existing shapes, and that kind of thing, and only show portions of the image, right? So we're only showing a little piece that we've clipped off.